What's up, guys? I'm over here in Anaheim. I'm John the Builder, and this right here is Greg or
How you
Gregory,
doing? Yeah, either way.
and we're here at his food forest, and he does look like he does some kind of a permaculture style, syntropic, agroforestry style here. And go ahead and show us around, Greg.
Absolutely. Well, let's go out here to the parkway.
Wow, look at this.
Maybe we want to. You want to catch the front of it from the street real quick?
Wow.
Maybe you can see. Let me get in the way right here, but go ahead over here.
See butterflies. This is awesome.
We'll call it high density. We'll call it syntropic. We'll call it permaculture. It's a mishmash. It's kind of inspired by a lot of different philosophies, I guess.
I love it.
The main thing for me is covering the ground, especially in our Mediterranean climate.
Yes.
And at the beginning, it was mostly wood chips because basically I had old dead grass over here. And as time has gone on, as it's gotten more dense, I have more diversity and a lot of biomass. I'm kind of covering with the living things, obviously, and I mulch with just about everything I have here. So chop and drop everything.
It looks beautiful, man.
Thank you.
It looks beautiful.
Thank you. Parfianca.
Parfianca. Wow, look at that. Those flowers. They look beautiful. That's a nice sized tree.
In case people don't know.
How old is this pomegranate?
I'd say it's 7-8 years old, and I've kept it low. It's on the parkway, so
Okay.
I've kept it pretty low. I don't want the parkway to get too big to block out the rest of the yard.
Yeah.
So you'll find there's a lot of things that are managed to a manageable height. Let's put it that way.
Sweet. And what else do you got over here?
Lemongrass, rosemary, bunch of different flowers. I'm letting my wife go crazy with the flowers, so she's just like chaos gardening. She's just throwing thousands and thousands of seeds in here, and whatever takes. It's kind of like the easiest way to
I
do
love
things.
it, man. I love it. I see you have your 4 o'clock here.
Yep, you know what's
You got your, oh man, I totally forget.
nasturtium.
Nasturtium.
It comes back every year. Incredible for biomass, incredible for pollinators, covers the ground almost completely. Nothing goes off site here unless it's some giant wood that I can't do anything with. I guess I could dry my wood and burn it, but that takes a couple years to properly cure it. So I'm not there yet. This is a multi-grafted stone fruit with different pluots, plums, pluery in there, kind of an espalier. So you see we're stacked here. We have the espalier stone fruit in front, citrus and pomegranate right behind.
Sweet.
My tags, so I don't forget. I like to do metal tags if I can.
Yeah, I'm trying to do that too now. I lost like the names of a lot of the varieties on my first 5 years of planting.
Yeah, I think we
because
all do that.
it's
So there's been many iterations of this as I've learned over time. I used to have thornless cactus running in front here to kind of protect the parkway, edible, but it was a fatter pad, and I wasn't a big fan of the fatter pad. I want a thinner pad, so I've kind of taken those out. Eventually I'll put some different nopales in here. I've pulled out so many trees over the years and replaced them with things that are actually productive. You know, I think we all make the same kind of like leap at the beginning. We want everything, so we put everything in. Then we realize
they don't fruit.
hey, you know, a lot of things don't fruit. A lot of things take many years to fruit. A lot of things take 2 years for the fruit to ripen.
Yeah.
Like mamey or something like that. And with our cold weather, it doesn't really ripen properly. So you learn these things over time. So
Do you still have a mamey here?
not anymore. I had a big
Okay.
one, big black sapote. I've had just about everything you can imagine at one point, and I've gotten rid of most of the more luxury kind of like.
I think I'm in that. I'm going that direction as well.
I think we all eventually get there because we want food, right?
Yes. What is this guy right
This is
here?
multi-grafted of. I have Oro Blanco on the bottom.
Oh, how do you like the Oro Blanco?
Not a fan.
Not a fan.
Not a fan. No.
Oh.
So I'm kind of the whole top, this upper 2/3 is cocktail grapefruit, which I love.
You love the cocktail grapefruit. I see.
And the bottom, I'm going to be slowly weeding out the Oro Blanco for other things.
What don't you like about the Oro Blanco?
You know what? I'm not a big grapefruit fan in general, so there is a little bitter to it.
Because they call it a Oro Blanco. They say it's a pomelo.
Yeah.
Pomelo's not supposed to be bitter, right?
You know,
But
I'm not a citrus expert,
Okay,
but it's not a wow kind of fruit for me.
got it.
And it gets really big, and I give them away to everybody, but nobody ever comes back for more, so I don't know. But
Well,
they all like the cocktail grapefruit.
okay. Well, I mean, I haven't tried it. I have one planted. I have a grapefruit that I really love, but I don't know the variety of it. I probably got it from the Mimosa in LA.
Okay.
I have no idea what fruit it is, but it's so good.
It's not bitter.
It's not bitter at all.
Okay.
And it's like it's white on the inside, and maybe in the later season it will turn like a pinkish color inside. There's no bitterness at
that's
all,
great.
and
Well,
it
that's
tastes
great.
amazing.
And I think another thing about the Oro Blanco I don't like is it's kind of a dry citrus. To me anyway. Maybe
I
it's
see.
my conditions or whatever. It's not a real juice.
I mean, it's healthy. Look at
Oh,
those
yeah.
leaves. It's so healthy. So if anything, it's probably just a variety.
Yeah, it's not. I'm just not a fan, and that we all have our particular tastes.
Now
And
the cocktail grapefruit, does have bitterness to it?
not at all.
Not at
It's-
all. Wow.
It's amazing. Quite a few seeds in there, but I mean, put the work in if you want to eat it out of hand. But it's excellent for juicing.
Oh, I'm excited because I have one, but it's a tiny tree.
Amazing fruit. Everybody loves it. So yeah, and you notice I don't treat for anything. I don't even have issues this year with a leaf miner.
I love it.
And even if I do, I just let it be. Leaf
Okay.
miner is nothing for me.
I agree. I agree.
Golden flax, it used to be everywhere. Comes back every year, but as it's getting crowded out by other things, I'm seeing less and less golden flax. I had a ton of brambles, raspberries and boysenberries and things, but I hate thorns.
I hate the thorny ones. Yes, I'm still trying to get rid of
Oh
the
my
boysenberries.
I've been for 3 years now. I've been pulling every one I see.
They keep coming back.
I'm almost there.
Okay.
And this is I think I have maybe 10 more hiding places, and I have to get this out because I hate thorns.
All right, guys, just know that. Be careful planting thorned berries. I made that mistake as well, and yeah, it's very hard to
And I
get
would
rid
say even the thornless ones aren't thornless completely.
of. For the boysenberries or
Just my experience with all of them, because I've grabbed thornless ones to yank them,
Okay.
and I got stuck. There's random thorns.
even
on them.
blackberries for you?
Yeah, I haven't tried all of them, but yeah, I've had certain blackberries.
You got to go to my place. I'll give you
Okay.
some.
Okay, cool.
It's pure thornless. It fruits twice a year.
That's what I'm talking about.
And then I also have also had raspberries. The gophers ate them all, but the Joan J, that one's completely thornless.
I'm all about it then, because I love
But
the raspberries.
yeah,
and
we had
blackberries.
issues. We have issues with gophers, and they ate it all. Ate it all.
And then, like I said, I'm letting my wife go nuts here, so I've cleared some space for her. I had more
Mint?
trees in here.
Mint?
This is salvia.
Oh, salvia.
But
Okay,
same
okay.
family.
Yes. I'm propagating a lot of this now for my food forest as well.
So I've had more trees in here. My spacing typically is about every 5 feet,
Mm-hmm.
but I've opened things up for her so she can get more pollinators in here and more flowers,
Nice.
which I'm all about too. But
Although you
this
could-
was way more high density before.
Although you could probably plant another tree right there.
I'm going to. guess what's going to go there?
A mango tree.
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's awesome.
So she has the space temporarily, and
Yeah.
then she'll have all the space around it. This is all good.
You got a fig tree right there.
Oh yeah, I can
Awesome.
tell you how I manage those when we get to the other side.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Papaya from last year, seedling Hawaiian papaya that's coming up.
Wow. Do they struggle for you during the winter?
They do a little bit.
Okay.
So it's kind of stall out for a while.
I see.
And, the leaves will kind of look dreary, but I have another one over there that looks a little worse, but I think it's going to come back.
Yeah.
Oh, we have the poppies. And,
Yes, I'm trying to introduce a lot more of that.
this milkweed isn't native. It just volunteers, and then when I see caterpillars on it, I have a hard time pulling it out. So there's caterpillars on
yeah,
it.
I love having the wildlife.
This is I think it's a tropic pink guava. It was given to me.
Okay.
And I keep it in the Christmas tree style. I prune it
I love the
every
way
year.
you prune it. It's like a what do you call this? Like bonsai.
I'm a former bonsai guy.
Really?
Yeah. That's what I got into trees for bonsai,
Yeah.
and then I got tired of watering little pots every day. And I know I could set up automatic irrigation. There's flowers coming.
No, this is awesome. So what do you do? Did you purposefully made the branches go horizontal? With a
Yeah, I just prune it really hard.
Okay.
So there's some scaffolding branches in there, and I prune it really hard back. You can kind of see. And I do it every year, and it flowers every year. And let's try to get you some examples. See, it's pruned really hard right here, really hard right here. And then it gives me these new branches. Then I prune it really hard to like little fingers almost.
Do you prune all the branches all together? Do you kind of
I do
it in stages?
If something's growing into something, I'll just manage it that way. But generally, it's all at once. I may have to push it back a couple times a year if it's getting too crazy. But generally, I do this later in the year. Fall, winter time.
Wow, you see this, guys? This
I should say winter, probably.
I'm gonna start copying this. I love it.
And you'll get a ton of fruit, and of course you get more branches when you do this.
And then you get more fruit.
branches,
I mean,
more
flower
flowers,
panicles.
more fruit. Yep.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
All right,
and this is an old avocado that it was horribly placed. I put this in like 10 years ago. I chopped it to the ground. It's just popping up.
That's what happened to me. I thought I had an avocado tree that died. It was a Haas, and it's just going crazy. And it's a rootstock for me now. I'm probably gonna put different varieties on it.
I'm taking it out. It's right next to my meter. Like really horrible placement.
I see.
This is like early stuff before I knew a lot.
So it's gonna come out.
It's coming out.
I see.
And I might put a finger lime in here, small kind of stuff, and
got
more
it.
flowers and things like that.
Well, I got a finger lime if you want me to earlier you want.
I have a couple.
You got a couple? Okay, got it.
But thank you. I appreciate that.
Well, I mean, I don't know if I should even say that in this.
Right. You're going to get all kinds of solicitations. Send it to India.
Oh, my goodness.
So, aloe, been here forever. Since I started this about 10 years ago, by the way.
Do you use this for chop and drop?
We really need to thin this out. But this time of year, haven't seen them this year for some reason.
Yeah.
But I leave the flowers on and I leave the seeds on because the California Cardinals come this time of year. And they love the seed pods on the aloe.
Huh.
I don't know if you've seen California Cardinals. But
What called? I believe.
orange and black.
Oh yeah, we're starting to get them. I'm seeing blue ones. I don't know if they're the same ones. Maybe those are blue jays. I'm not sure.
I assume they're probably like blue jays, but I don't know. I know they're not California
Okay, you
Cardinals.
got the bird flies here.
Oh, everywhere,
Wow,
yeah.
it's
endless
awesome.
amounts of birds. I have nests in all these trees. So you see the ground's covered. Like
Yeah, everything.
it used to be wood chips, now it's living. And
I
where it's
love
not
it.
living or wood chips, I'm just chop and drop mulching.
I love it.
This is a Meyer lemon on the bottom and lime on the top.
Nice.
Meyer lemon is ultra productive. holds the lemons for months. So I can never use them all. I give them to the neighbors.
And you probably get them all year round, right?
Almost all year.
Almost. Okay.
Almost all year.
I really
Montana.
love how you're a real bonsai guy. I mean, the way you pruned it is amazing. It's awesome. I'm really loving it.
I love pruning.
Yeah.
And I think if you're a high density guy or maybe a permaculture guy or a syntropic guy especially, you have to love
do
pruning.
it. Yes.
And I do. So it's not a
I
problem.
do too.
Not a problem. Lantana, great.
Yes.
It's drought
Oh,
tolerant.
is there any way I can get a cutting of that lantana?
Absolutely.
That looks.
course.
Look at those flowers, guys. I mean, whoo, they are bright red, and I have the yellow one, but I love the way it grows, and it grows, at a good height.
I hedge this often.
Yeah.
This several times a year to keep it managed to this.
And you get a
corner and shape.
nice chop and drop for this.
Absolutely. And I love the smell of it too.
Yes, they are. They're.
Not necessarily the smell of the flowers,
yes.
but the foliage has an interesting smell.
I love it. I love it.
And I have another lantana over here, a different variety that's finally getting established. This is a high dog area. So this is kind of like a...
It's a pink variety.
it has a pink and yellow, and I think there's another color that pops out of it. So you can have a cutting of that too.
Oh, sweet. I should have. If I would have known, I would have given you the yellow variety.
Okay, cool.
Well, next time I'll be here. I usually come around this area maybe twice a year.
Okay.
I'll stop by.
Tree collards popping up over there.
I see that.
We'll handle this side first, and then we'll come back across.
Okay.
Figs. These figs have been here for 8-9 years.
Mm-hmm.
And every year I manage them down to a stump in several fingers, about that long. And they
Okay.
come back every year. And then when they get to a certain height that I like, because I don't want them to get too crazy, because figs can get crazy.
Yes.
I just tip them. I snap the tip off. That usually forces the fruiting of it. And then, it'll do that several times during the year. And I just manage it. If it starts getting out of control that way, I take that branch off.
Yeah.
And I have several of these, and I get plenty of figs off them.
I'm trying to incorporate them as a chop and drop every year now, and I use them for to cover like the avocado trees because they do need some shade.
Okay, yeah.
They've been perfect for it. But you said you chop this to the ground every year?
Yeah, to basically a stump, and I leave several fingers.
I see.
And then you'll get fresh growth off of those fingers.
And you still get fruit every year?
Year. Wow. Every year. So this, I could show you, it's kind of, right here, if you want to peek in here, there's the stump in there, and there's the finger.
Let's take a look. Oh, yeah. I see.
And I leave several fingers, and then they grow up vigorously from there. And each node will give you a fruit, as I'm sure you know.
Yeah, that's awesome. Maybe I should incorporate it that way, as kind of like similar to like the way you would manage Mexican sunflower in a way.
Basically, yeah.
Oh.
I mean, look, it's right. It's been here 8 years or so, and it's right next to the sidewalk. And you see how big it is.
Wow.
And this crack was already here.
All right. I was like, okay, be careful, guys, but
no,
probably not.
no, that's not from that. I had cracks all over the place that were pre-existing.
It's California, guys. We get earthquakes.
Random sunflowers from random seeds. The other side of this. Here's another example. These are strawberry verte, and I've tried lots of varieties. I kind of watered these down.
Wow.
And so they got weighed down a little bit. So strawberry vertes, I love it. I've tried lots of them. They're highly productive. They're delicious. I love the strawberry jam, raspberry jam aspect of them. And they have that closed eye, so bugs don't get inside.
Oh, what a close. Oh, the
bottom hole, for lack of a better, you know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah. I don't think I've ever had that. Well, actually, there was one that had bugs in it, but I don't really eat much of it.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, it's so sweet for me. I can only have one, maybe two a week.
I chop like 6 or 7 in my oatmeal in the morning.
Oh wow.
Tree collards again.
Yes, I love the tree collards.
Another fig example right here.
Wow. See, here we go, guys.
Then you can see it. There's the finger. Perfect. This one didn't take.
So you just leave like this much, correct?
Even less, actually. That was just where that one happened to me. This is actually grafted. I think see the graft right there. That's raspberry latte, I think.
Oh, that's a beautiful graft, man. You got some skills. Look at that, guys.
Thanks, appreciate it.
Wow, that's you can barely tell.
This side, Richard, Richard, he gave me a self-fertile kiwi.
Oh wow.
So I just put that in this year. And I'm going to grow it over this arbor.
Sweet.
Manage it like a grape.
Yeah.
I'm learning about kiwis, but I guess it's very similar to grape management.
Oh, you gotta give me an update on how that grows.
Absolutely.
I want kiwis, but I'm so scared because they say they need a really strong arbor or trellis.
Exactly.
For it. So
exactly.
If it's manageable to this type of trellis, I mean, this is very easy, guys, to make. Yeah,
very easy and relatively affordable. It'll last a long time.
Yes.
So. Longevity spinach. I forgot to mention that as one of the chop and drop ground cover things.
I'm trying to incorporate this more. I've just been lazy and not propagating as much.
It's just, I guess, a word of warning on it. First of all, not a warning. Monarchs love it. Love it.
Yeah.
But the flowers can smell a little like cat pee to me. So that's why I have it to the furthest corner away from my house. I see. It's not horrible, but it has maybe an unpleasant smell for most people.
Okay, good to know.
I would still have it. Just keep it away from your windows.
Mine has never flowered, so.
You can have cuttings. Maybe.
Oh yeah.
Maybe this is different.
Most definitely. Yeah, please.
Loquats popping out, and I could probably point out so many different fruit trees and plants popping up randomly. This is a 1Z, 2Z loquat. Delicious. Perfect balance of sweet and tart in my opinion. Nice sized fruit. Down there's Cedar Bay cherry. I have a lot of Eugenias you'll find in the backyard. So Cedar Bay cherry struggling a bit out here, but that's been there like 4 or 5 years, and it's going to come back as the weather warms.
And I see you have I've been finding that loquats is a really nice chop and drop canopy layer. Yeah, vigorous. I see you using it too.
I have to keep it short because the fruit, if it gets too high up there, I mean the birds get it, which is fine, but then it tends to fruit up there, and I take the top down almost every year to keep the fruit in range.
Which is great because then you have mulch.
Absolutely. All that under there is basically chop and drop from the loquat.
That is awesome.
Layer. And you'll see I have a lot of organic matter on the ground, and I guess it could be managed in a prettier way. And generally, I do that, but sometimes I just chop it and toss it, and it is what it is. I like the kind of rough and rugged jungle style.
Same here. Same here. Some people don't like it, but you know, you just gotta cover the soil, right?
Yes, sir. That's the most important thing to me. And nobody's ever complained about my yard. They actually neighbors take tours. You can see them almost on a regular basis.
This is awesome. It's actually very clean. It looks clean and neat. You should see my yard. Some parts look clean, but some parts are just got it. I'm just so busy with a lot of stuff. I leave tools everywhere.
I have a similar problem. So, I think it's part of it.
Yes.
Longan. This was a air layered, I think Kohala. I keep it short.
I love it.
And longan's hard to keep short. Okay, and you might, if you have to hard prune it, you might lose fruit for a year or two. So
you know what I've been doing? I get rope and I actually bend it. I've been doing that the last few years, and I was able to spread it out this way instead of it being going tall. But it's trying to grow tall.
It wants to.
It wants to.
So I'm debating taking this out. The wife won't let me.
Don't do it.
Yeah, right. Because you know what I'd put in there if I didn't.
Mango. Although you could do both. I mean, you know,
you can see I have 5 foot spacing in a lot of areas, so I can do a lot.
They can live in harmony, you know.
Right here's what you may or may not know about. It's called a hugelkultur. It's so I dug out this trench.
How deep?
It's about 3 feet deep, 3 feet wide, and I loaded it with gigantic logs, bigger than the logs you see that are bordering it, and then I filled it in with smaller logs and twigs and then green matter. So this was packed with organic matter and then filled back in, kind of like a self-sustaining, self-fertilizing in a water reservoir catchment system. So we don't feed this hugel, and maybe things struggle because of it, but a lot of things don't. And you'll kind of notice that thing with me. I've never fertilized, I've never used pesticides, I've never done any kind of sprays or anything.
I love it. That's why I'm here.
Yeah. Okay.
I want to see what you have going here because I'm trying to be the same way.
I mean, I'm not necessarily opposed to it, but if you don't have to, if you don't have to spend money on it, if you don't have to go get stuff, and you can keep it as clean as possible, why not? Why not do it if you can do it?
Yes.
Asparagus, our asparagus bed. Look at the asparagus right here.
How old is this asparagus?
That's about 4 or 5 years old, and we just planted that back section this year. That's purple back there. This is green.
Do you harvest them yet? Have you harvested them?
We've literally harvested like two.
Okay. I'm having problems trying to grow asparagus. I want it. Damn it! I want it.
You can start harvesting. Well, this could be a case where I don't fertilize. And you know, maybe if I did, I'd have a bigger bed and I'd be able to harvest more. But I think it's starting to kick into gear.
I see that. You don't have gophers here?
No gophers.
Okay, then yeah, that'll be perfect because I had one. We finally got 2 spears after the third year, and the gophers just decimated.
Did you eat them raw, straight out of there?
I did. It tastes great.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, delicious. I love them. We got zucchinis that were planted early that are just starting to recover and kick in. Mexican squash, the calabacitas, which is our favorite. A bunch of dwarf tomatoes. My wife just put in yesterday. She started from seeds. So this whole row back here is dwarf tomatoes, different varieties. This is almost everybody's favorite, sun gold.
Yes.
And I got to put that trellis up today so it can start climbing.
And they are just productive, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, it's already just cranking them out. This is arugula that's self-seeded, and the pollinators love it. Loaded with bees, almost always loaded with bees right here. See this, kid?
I see that.
I mean,
look at that, guys.
So we've been pulling them out as we're planting more stuff, but we like to keep it in.
Are you still able to? Are they still good at during this time, or is it going to be bitter?
A little more bitter. Maybe a lot more bitter.
No, actually,
okay, good.
No.
Okay, cool.
They're. I mean, I've grown. Okay, that part's bitter. But it's good and sour. It's bitter, but it's good compared to mine. For some reason, the ones I have, maybe we get a little hotter.
Okay.
It's super bitter, even like late spring.
Oh, okay. That's unfortunate. Forgot to mention the tree kale. Gorgeous tree kale.
That is beautiful. So it's different than the one I have.
So this is a tree collard you may have. Do you have a tree
No,
kale as well?
I do have tree kale, but they don't have these kinds of leaves. I was wondering if I can get a cut. But this one, this one, no, not yet. It's
This
not ready. But
Oh yeah, I can get you cutting off here or something.
are you sure? Okay,
Oh yeah,
that'll be
that's tree
wonderful.
collard. That's tree kale over there with the purple vein.
Oh man, if I can get one of those too.
Absolutely.
I'm trying to collect the different varieties because it's nice to have different genetics.
Absolutely, and perennial, grows like a weed.
Mm-hmm.
You maintain it, and when you maintain it, you take the leaves off and eat it. I mean,
Yes.
Or you
chop and drop.
Like
Chop and drop
that's
it.
the theme, man. That's the theme.
Yes.
Eat it or drop it,
Mhm.
or leave it for pollinators.
Yes.
I'm always trying to leave stuff in place. I don't like bare areas if I can help it. Old kale, I'm leaving it there. Probably gonna yank it out. Richard taught me that radish seed pods are delicious. By the way, I just learned that last year from
Radish
Richard.
seed pods.
And look how gorgeous the flowers are, and the pollinators love it.
You know, I did a lot of seeding of just to grow things for the chickens. We're trying to grow their food, and my mom has been harvesting something that looks like this. I think it is the radish seed pods,
Okay.
and she's cooking them in stir fries. And I was like, wow, this tastes good. All she did put was salt and pepper.
Yeah, I mean it's like a generic edamame.
Yeah, it tastes great.
Yeah,
Very
it
nutty.
tastes a little radishy to me.
Mm-hmm.
Amaranth popping up randomly. Oh, so I left this. I was about to do a hard prune on everything, not the trees, but all the support species. But I left it in place so you could see it.
Thank
just
you.
Full and lush.
This is awesome.
But when you leave, I'm cleaning up the sidewalk. I'm knocking down these Mexican sunflowers. I'm mulching heavily, and then it'll all come back again in a few months.
It's part of the fun.
Absolutely.
Part of the fun. All right, let me go this way so I don't show your license plate and
I
stuff.
blocked it.
Yeah.
You're cool. Artichoke down there.
See that?
Comfrey down there.
Oh,
Chop and drop.
I don't know if comfrey for me. I find it difficult to grow in my area. Either that or just the gophers just wants to take a bite.
It's possible. It took a while for it to establish.
Okay.
That's been there for like 6 years.
Oh, okay. So I probably have the same experience as you.
Yeah, I have sandy, I don't even want to call it soil. It's sand, like 100% sand. So, things may take a little bit longer to establish.
Oh, what is this?
The multi-graft mango on turpentine, which is my only turpentine tree left from the many I've purchased over the years.
And it survived. How old is this?
About almost 10 years old.
10 years old, guys. Look at this.
It took a lot of management early on, but it's kicked into gear now. And you could see I've pruned it in a specific way, and I cut it back in a specific way in order to graft different varieties, leaning into later season varieties, with an experiment of trying to find varieties that'll fruit and hold fruit and give full-size fruit in spite of powdery mildew.
Yes, that's my goal as well. And what have you found to have worked? What
Well,
varieties have you found that work?
I completely top worked this last year.
Okay.
So this is the first flowering and fruiting of all these varieties. This is previously a Glen. But surprisingly, I have a video if you can watch after this. You can see several videos. There's a whole progression on this thing on my channel. But this had the worst powdery mildew. It showed the powdery mildew the first, and it has the most, maybe not the most, but close to the most and the best looking fruit. It's fruit punch.
Fruit punch. Oh, okay, so it's working for you. Fruit punch is working.
Surprisingly, because it was loaded with PM.
Oh, and does it turn into nubbins or no?
Like I said, so I completely top worked this last summer.
Okay.
So I haven't experienced the full experience with these.
Okay.
So I'm taking all these off after you leave because our nighttime temps are about 60 now consistently. So these are all coming out. It's going to be a little sad, but I want more vegetative growth. I want a bigger, stronger tree still. And then next year I'm going to let it hold fruit, and we'll see if we have nubbins or full size
Awesome.
fruit.
And we'll come back for those just to watch.
Come on
And so just to recap, guys, we're waiting till the low temps hit 60 before we remove the fruit or flowers, so that it doesn't. The goal is to not allow it to push new flower panicles.
Yeah, rebloom.
Yes, and because
Which is our issue here.
Yes.
Because we have to appreciate and prioritize vegetative growth here with our mangoes because of our seasons. So what can happen a lot of times if you prune too early, your tree wastes a lot of energy producing flower panicles again, and then it kind of saps it, and then it has less time to produce leaves, and it kind of gets stuck.
Yes.
So another aim of mine is to find vigorous varieties. So it'll actually give me some nice growth, and I can maybe prune several times a year to get more ramification. Well, that's a bonsai term. More branching, and more flowers, more potential fruit. So vigorous varieties, late season varieties, PM resistant varieties. This is kind of what we're experimenting with.
And what rootstock?
This is turpentine. I would never do that again. I would do Manila or Atulfo, or you can experiment with random varieties. If you have a nice strong seedling popping up somewhere, just run with it, let it get big, and then graft later.
You hear that, guys? Those are really good tips.
For Southern California, for sure. Or I guess California in general. So this is cac. I expected more out of cac. Little fruit, looks a little yellow, probably will fall off.
Looks vigorous, but
yes, it is vigorous.
you expected more from...
I expected more fruitlets, honestly. But,
I see.
that's why I do it, because everybody's circumstances, conditions, microclimates are different. Everybody's PM pressure and disease pressure is different. So just because it works for me or doesn't work for me doesn't mean that'll be your same experience.
How far are you from the coast?
I'd say, 10 miles?
10 miles. Okay, so you're like, yeah, we're about the same.
Yeah.
About the same.
Yeah.
Zone 10B?
10B.
10B, okay.
I feel like I'm in a little perfect zone, in my opinion. I can grow almost anything. Now,
awesome.
It maybe won't fruit, or the fruit may not go to perfect maturity, but I can grow virtually everything. I'm not going to say rambutan or anything like that, but almost anything, Cac, vigorous grower, sweet tart on top, decent amount of fruit, and they look pretty good.
Wow, and no spraying, right?
No spraying.
Wow, look at that. Trying to fruit. Guys, sweet tart. And I hear it gets PM, but it doesn't care. Is that right?
I hope that's the case. It didn't have a lot. So
Okay.
in this particular location, this particular year, in my particular circumstances, it didn't have a lot.
Okay.
And it has some decent fruit on it, and it's very vigorous.
Wow.
This right here was a late graft, late summer. It's Golden Queen.
Golden
So
Queen.
it only gave me this much vegetation. It gave me this little tiny panicle that was loaded with PM, so no fruitlets on that.
So Golden Lady? Golden Lady?
Queen.
Golden Queen.
Cat
Okay.
Saigon.
I'm gonna give you.
Jinwan.
I'm gonna give you a. Where's it at? I'm gonna give you this right here. This is a permanent marker.
Well, you'll notice it's not permanent, but I have labels with, those are fading, but I also write it on the branch.
Okay.
And at this point, I have so much video documentation.
Okay.
And my brain, I'm pretty obsessive about certain things.
Okay, good.
I remember each one of
I
these.
don't. I can't. Like I totally forget if I don't write it down. But that right there is a permanent marker. And I mean, I've had stuff that were exposed to the sun for 2-3 years, and it has not faded.
I'm not going to say I have the same obsessiveness about all the things in my yard, but the mangoes. It's burnt into my brain.
We're gonna get along.
Yes,
We're gonna get along.
So the sugarloaf.
Sugarloaf. Ooh.
Decent, has
PM.
considerable PM.
Ooh.
And I guess the common complaint with sugarloaf is not a lot of female flowers, and that's been my experience. I think there's like one little that's going to fall off. Okay. So no real fruitlets on this. Super late cac graft, so that's all the vegetative growth I had, and it didn't flower surprisingly, and it was a super late graft. Cotton candy. This is probably.
Look at the fruitlets on this cotton candy.
I'm really leaning into cotton candy. Lots of fruitlets. It stayed pretty clean, fairly vigorous grower, and I'm liking it. I'm really excited about cotton candy.
I'm excited because I got a few that I grafted.
You'll see even more in here. I mean, there's quite a few fruitlets going on the cotton candy.
Wow, guys.
Fairly clean too, this year anyway. ST Maui,
Oh.
very bad PM, no fruitlets. Vigorous
ouch.
grower. I had to tie it up because it was so heavy it was weighing it down here. So I'll probably leave it, but I'm not too encouraged, especially as someone who's not trying to spray.
Yeah, look at that PM pressure.
It was beautiful. It was clean and beautiful. Everything else was kind of showing it.
Yeah.
And then over a 4-day period, demolished.
Damn.
Demolished. So there's another graft of fruit punch. You can see those bigger mangoes back there.
Wow, good. Fruit punch is a winner.
It
seems
great.
like it, at least.
So here's
trying
the-
not to
here's
step
the
on your
big-
stuff here.
It's okay. Here's the biggest one so far.
Wow.
M4. Surprisingly, I didn't get a lot of fruit. I expected more out of M4, but it stayed fairly clean.
Okay.
So, and it's reblooming a mixed bloom right now.
That's this part right here?
Yeah, this kind of section over here is M4.
Wow.
So, I'm really encouraged by M4, even though this year it's not like exceptional.
Yeah,
I
good
think
to
it's
know.
going to be fine.
Good to know. This one right here is giving me tremendous amount of knowledge.
Awesome. That's kind of the goal. Me too. You know, I didn't know until I did it. And like I said, everybody's conditions are different. So what may work for you may
100%.
not work for me.
Just like that guy, I forgot his name from Fruitful Trees. I mean, you watch his videos?
Yeah, I do.
Like, you watch his videos, one guy, now they're saying your neighbor could just be, like, from 5 miles away, could have a different experience.
No doubt. Different wind. Maybe Richard is telling me about, was it Richard? Cypress trees. You know, they tend to hold a lot of nastiness inside of them. And if you have like a hedge wall or a border between you and your neighbor, and the winds are blowing, it's blowing all that stuff into your yard.
Into your yard.
So, you know, I think that's highly probable.
You know, one thing I was told by a regenerative guy, I forgot his name, they mentioned something about growing wormwood. Wormwood supposedly does something to the air. It releases some kind of stuff to like prevent powdery mildew.
Oh, interesting.
So I'm growing it. So I'll report on
Yeah,
that.
let me know about
So
that for sure.
I'll be definitely planting it near
I'll
the mango
put it
trees.
all around the area.
I'll give you some. I'm planting it.
please
I'm
do.
planting a lot of it.
So you'll see interplanted. This is kind of the syntropic influence. Peppers in here. Different kind. This is more of my wife's baby. The vegetables and the peppers, even though I love them. This is last year's peppers. Jalapeno coming back from last year. This one doesn't look too happy. I forget what kind that was. This was my mother nopales that I just basically
coming
planted the
back?
whole yard. I keep knocking it down. I have a hard time pulling it out. I just leave a stump there.
If anything, it's a chop and drop.
Yes, sir. And you know what? Nopales is kind of like our version of banana, in my opinion. Holds a lot of moisture. You could put it on the ground, and it just holds that moisture for a long time. And it also protects the ground. Breaks down slowly. This is strawberry guava.
How you like it?
It's okay, you know.
Does it have a little bit of bitterness to you?
No.
No. Okay, so I don't know what's wrong with mine. It's
Highly productive. Fruit hangs on forever. As you can see, look at the thousands of
that's
flowers.
so many.
And I keep this at this shape. I don't want this to get any bigger. It's kind of like over here southwest.
Yeah.
Southwest. So the most intense heat and sun from the summer. So you'll notice a lot of my strategy is to protect that side of my yard against beating up the trunks of the more desirable
that.
trees.
So sun is right
Yeah,
here.
Look at that sapodilla. You can see that
Oh,
that side is
trunk
facing.
is getting messed up.
Fortunately, it's not. It's growing and pushing new branches out from it. So it's
Yes.
filling in that side finally, and I think probably because I painted it, and also I've been protecting a little bit more with living matter in front of it.
I see. Maybe Tithonia diversifolia right there, a Mexican sunflower.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. So yeah, there's a bunch of peppers. You see, there's peppers under the strawberry
I
guava.
see that.
And like I said, I haven't pruned, but I'm about to knock back all these Mexican sunflowers, exposing these peppers.
Protected during the times when we have cooler weather.
Shishito right there. This is poblano, I think. And
These
these are from last year. These are all last year's peppers that overwintered and are coming back.
Wow. Do you think the microclimate from the Tithonias made a difference? The Mexican sunflowers?
I believe so.
Okay.
I'm a huge fan of protecting everything, especially in the extreme times, winter and summer. I believe it holds in humidity, and it also protects from the cold or dry winds, cold and dry winds.
So do you keep the Tithonias pretty like decently tall during the winter?
It depends on what it's planted by.
Okay.
So the peppers not so tall.
So around this height.
You'll see examples in the backyard where I have them higher to protect different things. So it
Gotcha.
depends on what they're by and what I'm trying to protect. Let's see, Serrano chili coming back from last year. Look how healthy that looks.
Right there, guys.
And growing underneath the nasturtium right now, and nothing. This is like a 16-year-old oregano.
Nice. Oh, that smells great.
Jabuticaba,
Any fruit?
not on this one, Sabara, and it's in a bad place for a jabo in my opinion. Completely exposed during the summer.
So what would you recommend for jabo planting?
You'll see in the backyard, I believe, plant them in the shade, like
Shade,
facing
okay.
north or east maybe.
Okay. Anything with the soil? Does it have to be acidic?
I do nothing.
Okay.
You'll notice I have done nothing special. If the tree struggles, it struggles. If it dies, it dies. I'm not going to baby anything.
Yeah.
And I think by adding organic matter and mulching year after year after year, it's becoming more suitable for these types of plants anyway.
Good to know. Good to know.
Another pepper here. Some parsley, volunteer parsley, and the pollinators love it. This is a Regina Suriname cherry.
Oh, wow.
First year flowering, first year fruiting, and that one's
look at that fruit.
almost ready.
Look at that.
And check, the cool thing about this one is these little ones that are blueberry size,
Yeah.
they're actually fully mature at this size and seedless.
Oh.
So you'll get two different size fruits. The little ones are seedless. The big ones apparently have seeds. I've never tried it. Can't wait to try that one in a
That's
few days.
awesome. I mean, I have two big trees. I mean, they taste completely different times of the year.
Absolutely.
Completely different.
Mine fruit 3 to 4 times a year, and each fruiting will have, because of the different conditions, will have different flavors.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
Let's go up in here. So here's the example. Like, why is this Mexican sunflower so tall? Because this is a flamboyana tree, or Royal Poinciana, which can die back. It's in the wintertime.
Mm-hmm.
So I have this big wall protecting it from the cold winds, the dry winds, whatever. And it's holding in a little humidity. It completely defoliates. But this is about to get whacked down now because the weather's changing, the season's changing. And I'm going to let this get a fairly large canopy and red flowers eventually.
I love these kinds of trees.
I love it too.
Yellow flowers? Yellow beautiful flowers?
This is red.
Oh, red.
This is the typical red one. There's a yellow one and an orange one.
So the red ones is a little bit more tropical, my understanding.
I think so.
Okay.
I've seen them in Costa Rica.
I see, because the yellow ones, the yellow poinciana doesn't defoliate for me.
Okay.
So
You'll see, here's an example. This is all arugula we've been yanking out of the hugel culture over there to
Awesome.
put the tomatoes and just mulching it around the trees.
this is the way to do it.
I had to clear a path yesterday to get to the hugel, so I knocked down some Mexican sunflower
That's
here.
awesome.
This is all coming out right after you leave. Papaya from last year, protected in all this stuff.
Look at that, guys.
It's going to start kicking in.
This is why you use the microclimate. You use these support trees for microclimate.
Absolutely. Protection. Protect the ground, protect the plants.
Wow.
Canistel that always flowers and never fruits. I'm probably taking it out.
Oh yeah, trying to find rare fruit trees. This is like my first 7 years trying to grow a food forest. We're trying to collect them all, but then at some point we're like,
Collect them all.
it
Yeah.
never fruits. Never fruits.
Here was a cherimoya, multi-grafted cherimoya that somebody came by, dug out, and I replaced it with an atulfo mango seedling. That will be
Nice, nicely sized.
to grow out. I'll create some scaffolding branches first,
Uh-huh.
and then I'll graft on. Especially once I figure out which varieties work best on that tree.
Yes.
That'll probably be, one of the contenders will go on here.
Where are you gonna cut it so it starts branching off?
Well,
what
I'm
height?
hoping it does it on its own somewhere up here, because I want to be able to walk under the tree.
Yeah.
So, I'm 6'3", so, somewhere in this range, so I get scaffolding and start going like this. If it doesn't, I will prune it back, encourage that scaffolding branch, and then graft probably the following.
And you like to graft high, right?
I like to graft high because I just think it's easier to get a stronger root stock, a stronger tree first this way. The higher and bigger the tree gets, the more, it's like a muscle. You break down the trunk, it hardens and gets stronger. So I want to get that strength and energy in the tree first. Then it could probably support itself once I hack it back and graft it the year after that.
It's a fantastic idea.
Another grafted loquat. This is kind of we'll call it a champagne loquat from my wife's mother's house. This is a big Jim seedling that never flowered or fruited, so I'm working it over. And I may actually take this out completely and put that one on the onesie twosie and just leave one loquat. We'll see how it goes.
Big Jim, I don't know if you easy to graft?
Loquat? I think so.
I'll give you some. I have a big Jim. It's
Okay,
it's
sweet.
Fantastic. Everyone likes it.
Yeah, everybody likes it. That's why I got the seedling. I'm all cool. Let's get a seedling, see what happens.
Yeah. Next time I find my way here, if you come down to SD, yeah, I'll give you plenty
Awesome.
of cuttings.
Behind here, I have to knock this back. There's a wampy. Sorry.
Oh no, you're good. A wampy.
A wumpy right there. It's related to citrus.
Oh, mine died. It really like shade, I would imagine.
I don't think so necessarily, but it's been hiding behind here for the winter, and you see it. It'll get shaded out during parts of the day during the summer even, so maybe it does. I saw it at the Fullerton Arboretum. It's kind of tucked in, so maybe it does actually. I'm going to put these in. These are clematis, kind of vining, beautiful flowering things. Just because I want to like add some like layers and color a little higher. In the
I added a similar variety in my food forest just for flowers.
Oh,
you gotta have it.
I think we all go hard on fruit early, and then we realize, you know what? We need some flowers. We need to bring in some pollinators. We need some beauty. I think this is beautiful, but the flowers add beauty.
100%.
So that's the front. I don't think oh, there's a butterscotch sapodilla in there. Oh yeah, let's talk about the sapodilla real quick. This is Morena to your right.
Morena.
And that's about 19 years old. I got 1 or 2 fruits a year.
That's it? That's all it gives you?
Until I put in the butterscotch right next to it.
Uh-huh.
And then it was loaded.
Wow. So it does, it benefits from a pollination partner.
So, there's so many factors, and it could be a coincidence. It could have just be, oh, it's finally mature and started to fruit heavy. But the coincidence is suspicious to me. Right after I put this in, that thing got loaded.
It got jealous.
Maybe. And this thing, I have to peel fruit off of this thing. This little butterscotch wants to fruit hard.
Butterscotch.
And I left one on here.
Look at those flowers.
I left one on here. I'm probably going to take it off again because I bet you can see the old fruit that I took off
That's a good
before.
problem to have for sapodilla.
Yeah, I want to graft this one on that one so I can remove the butterscotch.
All right. I have an Alano that fruits. Oh, you got fruit on this.
Oh yeah.
On this thing right here.
And it's flowering again. It's getting ready to flower again, so it's gonna.
Does it take about 18 months for you from?
Something like that.
Okay. All right.
Well, actually not 18, about a year.
A year. Okay. Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's a nice sized sapodilla.
I'm constantly taking the top out of it, and I'm probably gonna tip it again.
It's a beautiful size. Beautifully trimmed.
Right, and thankfully that side that's facing southwest is starting to fill in and to look more balanced now.
All right, where are we gonna go?
Come this way, yeah. I took this concrete out last year so my wife could have some flower beds here. So these two pieces, these 2 sections of concrete were just taken out so she could plant more flowers. Wow. And we have sugar snap peas and random peppers popping up over
I love
there.
these flowers. These are beautiful cut flowers.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Zinnia.
Yes,
Zinnias.
Borage, a different type of Mexican sunflower, a shorter version. See, it's already going to flower.
It's an annual, right? This is the annual version?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Trying to grow chayote. It was growing, then something broke it, and now it's struggling to come back.
Well, you're close to Rich. Rich can get you some.
Rich gave me that one.
Oh, he'll give you
And it
another
was
one.
doing so good, and I don't know if a dog or a cat or something snapped it off, and now it's struggling. Oh, this is a beautiful Japanese dandelion.
Is it a perennial?
Yes, and it makes gorgeous. It gets
looks
super tall.
beautiful.
It gets super tall, and it makes this gorgeous purple flower in thousands of them. Beautiful.
Oh, what is it again? A Japanese
Dandelion.
Dandelion, and it's a perennial. Oh wow. Okay.
More celery. Or not sorry. More parsley popping up.
Did you plant this to seed?
I had seed originally, and then it pops up, and I yanked it out, and it has that big long taproot, and I just shoved it in. I have them going several places now. It wasn't a hugo initially,
Yeah.
but I like to let it get huge and let it flower, because when you see the flowers, they're the most gorgeous purple.
If you can propagate one for me in the future, that would be. I
yank
would
one
love.
out.
No,
I got them.
I don't want to mess it up for you.
No, I probably have small ones growing out there somewhere. I can
Oh
just yank
heck
one out.
yeah! Woohoo! I love finding new stuff to plant.
It's really good and healthy. Watch your step here. I'm digging this out to put edible.
Oh yeah! Wow.
I'm digging this out to put edible bamboo.
Edible
I'm
bamboo.
putting that liner in there so it doesn't. You can leave it open.
Okay. Wow. This is your dirt? Sand?
I don't even want to call it dirt. This is coffee grounds I've been throwing.
Oh
on
yeah,
top.
yeah, that's sand.
Yeah, there's no organic.
But that's perfect.
You see my yard, zero organic except on top.
Yeah, this is perfect. People are afraid of this. I mean,
No.
this is great. I mean,
The root systems grow best in there.
especially for mangoes.
Excuse the mess. I'm always
Oh, don't worry
transitioning
about it.
something. So this section was done a few years ago. These are random Surinams. This is an orange Suriname. This is a Jim's big leaf Suriname. Oh, another chop and drop I forgot to mention.
Oh yeah,
support
pigeon
species.
peas.
Pigeon pea.
I'm trying to put this everywhere.
Yeah, and I open these seeds. Here,
Yep.
do a little dance, and I just toss them everywhere.
Everywhere.
And it's not intentional. I could be intentional, but I figure if it wants to live there, it's going to, and leave it be.
I have one that's 8 foot tall now, producing so many seed pods.
Oh, it's in its gorgeous flowers.
It's beautiful.
Beautiful chop and drop. Excuse me. Let me call you back, love.
Okay.
I think you have to leave like at 11:30.
Soon.
Okay.
This is we'll go a little faster. Black Manuka grapes. You see it's going to flower here. These are what these arbors are for. Oh, here's what the pad.
That's what it looks like.
Yep, that's the pad.
That's massive.
Pigeon pea, Surinams, espasote for cooking.
Espasote.
This is first year flowering. My oh god, what is it now? Drawing a blank.
It's Brazilian cherry.
It's not.
is it-
It's similar.
Eugenia type.
It's not a Eugenia, but it's similar. I'll think of it.
Okay, okay.
This is Mewa Kumquat,
Maywa.
and you're going to start seeing more syntropic vibes here. Look how they're closely planted. So we have, oh god, pungens. I'll think of it.
Okay.
So we have.
You like the fruit?
I haven't tried it yet. First
Oh, you
year
have.
flowering.
Oh, shoot. All right.
So Mewa Kumquat and Fukushu Kumquat, right next to each other. So you can see the spacing. What are we talking? 2 foot spacing, if that.
How you like it?
I love them. I love
You love
both.
kumquat.
I love both of these.
Oh.
This kumquat's like this big.
I don't think I've ever had one.
Fukushu.
Fukushu. I have one growing, but it hasn't fruited for me yet.
Mewa's delicious as well.
Maywa. Okay, I'll take some of
Macadamia.
that.
This is Alba macadamia.
Ooh, you got fruits from it?
Oh yeah, every year,
Oh, get the freak out of here!
couple times a year.
Wow.
You'll see there's probably flowers on top. Have you smelled macadamia flowers?
No, I haven't.
It's like the best jasmine.
Oh, look at that, guys. Oh, I'm excited. I planted 2 so far.
Alba.
Alba.
I got it grafted in San Diego, so I don't remember the nursery.
When mine grows taller, I'll probably ask for a sign wood from you.
Just take a quick look in there with the camera
Look
if
at
you
this,
want.
guys. Is this heated or?
Nope, not
Oh.
heated.
Wow,
It stays
look at
plenty warm in
this.
the winter.
Where do you get these pots, man?
I ordered them online from.
Wow. Yeah, if you can hook me up with the supplier for this
Yeah.
this is. I would love to have my mangoes on this thing.
Right. Yeah, I love those long, tall pots.
Yeah.
And there's like, you have the trays for them and everything.
Oh no, this is awesome. Oh yeah, I would love to buy
Papayas
some of
and
that.
there's all kinds of crazy stuff in here. Oh, here's the bamboo I'm putting in.
Clumping?
Clumping, yes.
Clumping. Okay.
And I'm still putting in the liner, even though it's clumping.
And what variety was that again?
I forget the name. It's a kind of a rare one. Grows super tall, almost like timber bamboo, and edible shoots. So here's a J31 jackfruit that I'm grafting onto my orange crush.
J31. I just saw a video. I think one of Rich's friends. They had fruit and it ripened somewhere in SoCal.
Yeah, he told me about it.
I got so
They weren't a
excited.
big fan of the flavor.
Oh no.
I guess it was the texture, maybe. I think it was the texture.
Okay.
So I'm grafting J31 on my orange crush, and I'm removing this one.
Oh, that is looking healthy.
Yeah, it's and I have to remove fruit because it's giving me like fruit
Okay.
this size already. I'm always yanking.
Yeah, I
them off.
see. I see the fruitlets right there. I don't know if you could see
Yeah, I
that.
get male and female flowers. These are male flowers.
Oh, that's a male.
Yeah.
Okay, so the males are the ones that stick out more like this.
The males are like this, and then the females will have like a noticeable bump right here
I
at the
see.
base. I don't see any female on this one. This tree had another. It's called yellow bells. It was growing a foot from it, and it was huge, and it really just
It snapped?
blocked out this side of the tree, which is still alive, but it's clearly suffered because I had something blocking the sun from it constantly
I see.
and growing into it. But either way, I'm going to graft it on that one and remove it anyway. Oh, another jabo right there.
I see that. Is
Sabara.
it any fruits from that jabu yet?
None on my
Okay.
sabras, no. And none on any of them, really. Sweetheart lychee.
Holy shit! What's your secret, man? Have you
Just-
gotten fruit from this, like mature fruit?
Last year I had 5 of them, but this year it looks like it might be a bumper crop.
Holy shit! jeez moly.
You see, there's tons of little
guys.
fruitlets on here. A lot of them will fall off, and it's always loaded with bees. Bees love.
Wow.
Bees love.
Look at this, guys.
Keep in mind,
So,
no fertilizing, only mulching and protecting.
do you water it? How often do you water this thing?
I don't water in the winter. Summer I water once a week, and
Once
if
a
it's
week.
creeping towards 100, probably twice a week.
Twice a week.
And I
Okay, like
flood.
deep water, or flood,
I
flood.
flood.
Okay, I think that's the key, guys.
And you'll see this is not necessarily syntropic because it's not in line,
Yeah.
but I have a hedge wall of Mexican sunflower protecting the more vulnerable stuff behind. So that's a cotton candy.
Holy moly!
mango,
Look at this, guys.
Random Surinams popping up, plumerias, moringa.
So the sun is over here,
The most intense
right?
sun is that
Over
way.
that way.
Yeah. So you'll see I have things protecting over there. Usually when it's really hot summertime, I let the Mexican sunflower get super tall on this side.
Oh,
No,
and they
like-
get pretty tall, right? Like
Yeah, they
12
can
feet
get-
sometimes.
Oh yeah. You know, chop and drop and edible.
Oh,
moringa.
moringa. Are you gonna throw this away or are you gonna use them?
You can have it if you want.
Yes!
Luke's Garcinia. Seedling reeds that I just topped because I'm going to graft a little bit lower. This is a 3-year-old seedling reed that's already flowering.
Wow, this is three-year-old?
And it's already flowering. 3 years old.
Crazy.
So I'm keeping this one as the seedling and I'm grafting the others.
Crazy.
Tree of the Rio Grande.
I love this fruit.
You'll see there's
Rio Grande cherry.
flowers and fruit starting to come.
Beautiful. It's a beautiful sized tree. Oh, beautiful.
Oh,
And
yeah.
here's
Gorgeous trunk.
the fruit coming along. They're pretty hard to see until they start to turn color.
Yeah, and this is a seedling of Ben's Butte.
Ben's Butte.
I've yet to get big, full-size fruit off it yet. It always gives me these like semi-mature ones, so I'm hoping this is a year.
Well,
And
hopefully-
the trunks are beautiful.
They are beautiful. And this is a beautiful sized tree. How old is this tree?
This is probably about 5 years old.
Wow. And how tall when you got it?
It was like that big.
Wow. So it grew pretty fast. Look at this,
They
guys.
say they like a lot of water too, but look how dry this is. And I'm due for a wood chip in the backyard.
Yeah.
It's dry as a bone.
How deep was the wood chips over here?
At least up to there.
Oh, wow. So like at least
I do-
6 inches maybe?
Even more,
Four?
because
Okay.
it's mounded even higher. So I'm not scared to do 8, 10, 12 inches.
Yeah.
Another Cedar Bay cherry in there, little seedling. Right in here I have 3, what's it called? African mangosteen.
Ooh.
I'm drawing a blank this morning for some reason.
Imbi?
Imbe, yeah.
Imbe.
thank you. I don't know if you want a onesie, twosie seedling low pot.
I'll take it if you don't want it.
Do it up.
If
It
it-
needs
yeah.
water for sure.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Dwarf Grumachama.
Grumachama. I love Grumachama. Ah.
Another seedling reed that I'm going to be grafting. Pinkerton grafted,
Pinkerton.
loaded.
Beautiful, guys. Look at this. I can't wait for my Pinkerton to fruit like
Just
this.
loaded Pinkerton.
And no fertilizer, right?
Nope, just nothing except
Yeah.
mulching and protecting
That is awesome.
and covering the ground. That's it. Here's a grafted Brancavinho Jaboticaba. It's flowered like 5 straight times since last summer.
But no fruit yet?
No fruit yet.
Well, it should be almost there, guys.
It
should
keeps
be almost
flowering
there.
though, so it's inevitable.
Sweet.
Grumachama, the purple one.
Grumachama. Purple. Okay, the purple. Wait, there's a different kind?
Yeah, there are. There's yellow, purple,
Oh,
and
shoot.
at least 1 or 2 other colors.
Now I'm going to have to go look for them.
Yeah, I have a yellow one in the
Oh, yeah.
greenhouse. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Patangatubas, which I hate.
Oh, okay.
And I have several of
I
those.
kept buying them and they keep dying on me.
Oh, I have no problem keeping them alive, but the fruit is.
The fruits.
I have
okay.
several.
I won't grow it
trees, too,
anymore.
from different sources, and to me they're booty.
You're not the first one who said that.
Perennial peanut ground cover in
Oh,
there.
you got it growing in here?
Yeah, it's like several years. It's all starting to kick in now because of the season, so it's all coming back to the
Wow.
year.
I could not get it to like survive the winter.
Right here is a rainbow eucalyptus,
That looks beautiful. Beautiful.
and it's only going to get better looking.
Can
over
you
time.
do me a favor? When you get seeds from this, can you
Absolutely.
call me?
Absolutely. Some black sugar cane in the back, some random seedlings like a tulfu seedlings, variegated thornless
Nice.
cactus. This whole wall's getting redone with new stuff, so this is a blank canvas for me. So I just keep it covered. Use this as chop and drop stuff. Manila mango. I took like 75% of these panicles off just to not draw too much energy from it. But the weather is warming up, so I'm about to take this off and prune in favor of vegetative.
Eventually
growth.
graft into it, or you're gonna leave it Manila?
Yeah, no, I'm not interested in Manila.
Okay.
It will be grafted with something way better.
Gotcha.
Tangatuba, don't care. Sweet tamarind seedling.
Did you? I see. Is that? No, it's not flowers. Have you? Do you know anyone who's gotten it to fruit?
Richard does.
Richard's gotten it to fruit.
Richard knows somebody who does.
Okay.
And I think actually his has. I could be mistaken.
All right. I gotta get back to him.
For sure.
I'm gonna go see him today. So.
Sunshine mimosa ground cover.
What?
This whole island's covered.
Wait a minute. What?
Yeah, those beautiful purple like powder puff
Wow.
flowers. I mean, pink powder puff flowers.
Wow.
Kambuka. This thing's like 3-4 years old. I'm waiting for it to take off. It struggles.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for it to take off. We'll see.
It will. It will.
2-in-1 whole coffee cake and chocolate persimmon.
I just planted some.
I took off like.
Have you
54.
tried them?
Oh yeah, I went to the collection in Irvine and did a whole tasting of all their varieties.
How is it compared to the Fuyu?
9-day.
Really?
I love Fuyu, but
This is much better.
oh, so much better.
Okay,
So
I
much
just planted one this year, so
so much better. This is a Lolita Suriname I'm taking out. I don't like the flavor.
Lolita Suriname.
I don't like the flavor.
Is it graftable? You're gonna graft into it, or?
No, I'm gonna take the tree. I have so many Surinames.
okay.
I'm gonna create a little more space for these persimmons and put something smaller and shorter
I
understory right here. And there is a Ubaje.
Ubaje, what is that?
It
What's an
used to be
ubaje?
called Hexaclamus edulis. Now it's something else. It's called something else. Next to that is a Paraguava, a Paraguava.
Okay.
It flowered for the first time last year. No fruit, but it has a ton of flowers this year. So pretty sure I'm gonna get a fruit.
Nice. Just let me know if you like any of them, and I'll plant them as well.
Of course. Watch your stuff. I didn't see that from you.
Another Suriname.
This is a southern pitanga. It's
Oh,
orange.
pitanga.
It's Suriname.
Oh, okay,
Eugenia
okay,
uniflora.
gotcha,
It's
gotcha.
From I guess the south, and it's kind of a weeping habit. Makes delicious orange fruits, and you'll see there's no shortage of fruits on here.
Oh wow!
Just
look at that,
the more
guys.
you look, the more you'll see. There's hundreds of fruits on here right now.
Look at that.
Delicious orange flavor. Watch your step.
Mm-hmm.
Another jabo, sabara.
The Jabo craze was insane.
Yeah, you'll see. Here's another orange. This is a different orange Suriname. Delicious.
Wow! And you're keeping all these Surinames right here.
These I'm keeping.
Okay.
That I'm taking out over there.
Gotcha.
This is the sabara, same age, same source, same size pot. Look at the size of that one compared to that one.
And look at that, guys. I mean, planted into sandy soil and just mulch. Did you do anything else? Did you put any
No.
compost on top?
Nothing.
Nothing. Just mulch.
Mulch. The mulch becomes compost eventually.
And how old are these jabos?
These jabos, I'm not sure how old they were when I got them, but they were in 3 gallons.
Mm-hmm. About how tall?
About that tall.
That tall. Okay, so that's maybe
And this
3
is-
feet.
And this section is about 4 or 5 years old.
That's a nice growth.
Yeah, especially this one. So
That's nice
mileage may vary. Genetics may vary, and this location is not much different from that location.
And I'd imagine they like being protected from the sun.
You'll notice this is facing north.
Yes.
And they are lush and growing like crazy with minimal effort other than watering.
Wow.
Occasionally watering.
I that gives me an idea where to put mine.
This is some sort of edible lettuce leaf hibiscus thing. I forget the name of it.
I think they use this for cooking, right? The cooking beef or something like that.
I think I know what you're talking
Yeah.
about. I don't think that's it. But
Is
maybe,
that it?
Maybe somebody in your video can identify this for me.
Let us know what this is, guys.
I lost the label. It pops up everywhere. It's supposedly edible. I haven't eaten it yet because I'm not sure. So hopefully somebody can help me out. There's a monstera in there. I'm taking out
Deliciosa.
monstera deliciosa.
No fruit from it?
No, it's kind of been stunted at that size forever. I'm taking it out. I may put it on the side of the house or something. This is a black seedling Suriname, delicious. And I keep this I just come in with a hedge stripper. With the Surinames,
Just hedge it.
hedge it. I'm not too worried about it. It looks gorgeous. Ice cream bean.
Ice
I'm always
cream. Now, how long are your pods for this ice cream bean?
They're about 8 to 10.
Ooh, you know, if when you get seeds from it, let me know, please.
I'm lying, not lying. There's maybe 6 to 8.
6 to 8.
Maybe like
Okay,
that size.
got it.
Wow.
And it's flowering.
It's always flowering.
Always flowering. 'Cause
Always flowering.
we just harvested all. Well, my wife and my mom harvested all of it, and it doesn't flower. It won't flower till next year. But wow, this is still flowering.
Yeah, always.
Holy moly! Look at that, guys. Beautiful.
And I'm pruning this into like a natural pergola or arbor.
Yeah.
So you'll see I'm taking out the top constantly. I'm taking that side out, and I'm just encouraging this growth further and further out over this slab here.
Beautiful. Is it okay if I steal that one right there?
Oh, where's that? Oh, yeah. That to me is a little too far, but go ahead.
No, just for seeds.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes. All right, let me see. I'm gonna get that.
Here, I got something. Let's see if it's blue.
Wow. We hit the jackpot, guys. We hit the jackpot.
Yeah, you want them when they're kind of mostly green, or they're fat like this.
Yes.
And they're showing a bit of yellow, not a lot of yellow.
Oh, both of them? Oh, you are the man.
Oh,
Yes.
I'm telling you, it's endlessly flowering and fruiting.
I scored.
And I'm sure you'll get 100% germination.
Yeah, 200%. Hey, Greg, man, I really appreciate. Oh, let me.
Of course.
Greg, I really appreciate your time
Anytime.
showing your beautiful yard here.
Anytime.
I've gotten so much idea, especially the mango stuff,
Cool.
right?
You have a similar passion.
We'll keep
maybe,
in touch.
Maybe not a similar passion. You may be a little
bit crazier.
bit crazy, but I like it. It's a good crazy.
It's a good crazy,
Yeah,
and we'll be
tell
sharing the
your wife-
knowledge.
I'm telling you, as a wife, it's a good crazy. More
Yeah,
mangoes.
please convince her. 'Cause I'm about to buy some more mangoes. Hopefully, she doesn't see this video. And I'm trying to sneak it back into my house. And but anyways, I think we should keep in touch.
Absolutely.
All
Anytime,
right,
man.
Greg. Hey, I appreciate your time, man.
John,
Thank
no
you so much. I don't.